Well, hello, Steffi Funk here, coming at you from Nicaragua with part 3 of how to call in your soul family for the belonging, power, and balance you crave. So with that, let's dive right into today's very special episode of Urban Shamanism. We're in a very special edition of a 4-part series that's walking you through how to call in your soul family. Now, in today's lesson, you are going to learn rituals for working with energy to actually and effortlessly call in your soul family. And you're going to learn how to get a free shamanic healing with me to clear anything, whether known or unknown, blocking you from receiving all the support that is meant for you in this lifetime, because you do have a soul tribe, you do have a soul family. And if you're not feeling that kind of community and support right now, it's not because it's not meant for you or because you're doing anything wrong or because you're not supposed to have it. It's just because you have something that's blocking you from receiving it. And we're going to use the ritual that I'm going to explain to you today and that free shamanic healing to clear anything in the way so that you can open to receive the support that is yours by divine birthright. But before that, let's back up a quick second, just in case this is the first time that you've met me. My name is Steffi Funk, and I'm the creator and founder of Lightworker Academy. This is a year-long program broken up into 4 courses that you can take either individually or back-to-back that help you clarify and birth your divine purpose into the world so that you can rise as the light worker you just know you were born to be. My next program coming up is the Medicine Wheel Manifestation Program. Now, this one specifically helps you learn to work with energy and your intuition to clarify your divine purpose and create the extraordinary life that you want, because that which you desire is exactly that which you're meant to have. It's universal law. So, why is it important that we talk about soul family and soul tribe? Well, I work with people who are traditionally successful in their zone of competence, normal life, but they have a sense they were meant for something more. There's this like zone of genius flow state that's calling them. But the problem is that they feel alone, misunderstood, burnt out, stressed out, and uninspired. So while they want to connect with intuition and work with energy and make a difference, they have these old paradigm ideas that they have to do it all themselves or that nobody really gets them. And they tend to be looking for their people. This is a very common trait across all my clients. They're like, Steph, where's my soul tribe? Where are the people who really get me? And the reason this is important to me is, one, I want you to be happy, joyous, and free, just as spirit designed you to be, but also because it's really hard for you to birth your divine purpose from this place. And as a divine purpose specialist, I want you to have soul family, because when you do, your soul family gives you balance, power, and belonging. And most importantly, for divine purpose, they support you so you don't feel overwhelmed or trapped by your new creations. And they help you to effortlessly clarify and birth your soul purpose into the world. Like when you finally have people that really get you, they give you the confidence to be you, to be authentically you, and to know you're safe enough to be extraordinary and go into that zone of genius. And finally, just because it's fun to be surrounded by your soul tribe. I promise. Like it's the best time ever. It's, you're with people who just totally get you inside and out, and you get them. And whether you're having really deep conversations or not so deep conversations, it just feels really, really good. So with that, let's just briefly review what we've already done. So in the last couple of lessons, remember, we're in part 3 today, which this can stand on its own. However, I highly recommend you go back and watch part 1 and part 2. It's going to define all of this for you, and that serves as a really important baseline. So we went over why I know that you do have a soul family, why calling in your soul family gives you belonging, power, and balance so you can birth your purpose. Like, why does it work that way? We went over what a soul contract is, what a light worker is, and the actual 12 people that are in your soul family. They're in your soul tribe. So we went over those 12 people, and we went over how to know when you have those 12 people and how to know when you don't. Now, we also went over this worksheet together. Now, this worksheet is downloadable. So If you haven't, downloaded this worksheet yet, it is not too late. I'll give you the way to do that here at the end of this video. But in the meantime, if you want to go back and watch part 1 or part 2, which I do highly recommend, you can do so either on my IGTV channel, you can do so on my YouTube channel, or you can just go straight to my website under blog, and you'll want to look at the last 2 posts in my blog, and those are part 1 and part 2. But in the meantime, after last week's episode, I had you fill out this worksheet. And we went over some tips. Number 1, if you can't think of anything or anyone in one of your 12 support positions, just leave it blank, right? You're not forcing anyone into a spot, because the whole point is to call in what's not already there. So allow the space. And I reminded you that it's usually a person, but it can also be a place, a practice, a pet, a personality, or a previous person, meaning someone who's passed on. Now, I also reminded you to be careful of having more than one person, or having one person in more than one position, because we weren't meant to be all things to everyone, okay? So if you're trying to get your spouse to fill all 12 positions, you are gonna have power struggles, and they're not meant to do that. You're meant to have 11 other amazing, strong people to give you the 13th spot, which is this power position in the middle where you're fully supported by all your 12 pillars. So with that, we are now going to talk about what are you going to do with this worksheet once it's filled out, right? Well, so let's go over the process. So the process now is to take the worksheet that you filled out or didn't fill out. By the way, it's okay to not have filled it out. Again, what did I say? Space is the opening for whatever you need to come in. So whether you have all 12 spots filled or 0 of the 12 spots filled, just review it with neutrality, okay? And if you want more detail about how to do this, you're gonna wanna go to the part 2 video. So now let's just take a moment. Looking at your worksheet, if you have spots filled in, great, celebrate. Thank you, universe, for giving me this support. You have spots not filled in, great, celebrate. Thank you, universe, for showing me why life has been so effing hard and letting me know that there is an opportunity for it to feel so much better. Yay. Gratitude either way. Wherever you are is perfect. Peace with what is, not resistance. So often we get into the space of, I'm not supported, I'm not supported. Well, it's really hard for the universe to match that energy with support. So it's like, I'm perfectly positioned to receive all the support that is mine. That's the acceptance that we're going for here, right? It's an energy of acceptance. Perfect. It's space. All right, space is open. And awareness of this whole process, this whole paradigm is what breeds change, because now you know, oh shit, I am meant to have a soul family. I'm meant to have a soul tribe. No wonder I feel so unsupported. I don't have that yet. So now that I know, I can do something about it. So what is that action? I'm going to give you a hint. This is a thing that I love to share, and that is that life is 99% energy and 1% matter. But we live like it's 99% matter and 1% energy. So what is that action? We, my friends, are going to get out of working in the physical, dense plane of force and effort, and we're going to work in the energetic. So what's the action? We're going to work with energy. It is so much easier than trying to force things in the physical. And energy is like a lever, okay? So in the physical, picture this. You're trying so hard to move things. This is big movement. Or you can come over here and work in the energetic, where really small adjustments make huge changes in the physical. So where would you rather work? Here or here? Now we spend 99% of our time here. What if we spent 99% of our time here? Then we only have to do 1% here, and it's super easy because it's all set up for us. So we are going to call on support from the non-physical realm to assist us in calling in our soul families. And then we're just gonna sit back, relax, and open to receive. So let me tell you a little more. So first off, you probably know that I love working with the shamanic medicine wheel. Now, this is a medicine wheel that I learned from my lineage through the Power Path School of Shamanism. Okay, there's different medicine wheels with different lineages. This is the one that I've learned, and I've adapted it towards the manifestation of one's divine purpose. Without getting too far into this right now, here's what you want to know. The 4 directions are very powerful forces in nature. Nature is spirit. Okay, nature is a face of spirit, and everything in nature has spirit medicine. In fact, you've probably heard of spirit animals, right? So that animal embodies characteristics of spirit that we can use to make ourselves more powerful. If you've ever worked with the moon or the lunation cycle or the sun, or you feel the power of sitting next to the ocean, you're getting it. That's exactly, like, nature was kind of put here as these spiritual breadcrumbs to help us remember who we really are and bring us back home to the truth of ourselves. So with that, I want to show you something here. Do you see the south on this wheel down here? It's the very bottom. It is the direction of the container. It's the direction of how well we have structures in our lives that hold us, that make us feel really good, safe, supported, not too tight, because if it's too tight, we're going to feel trapped, not too loose, because if it's too loose, we're going to feel scattered and spread thin and overwhelmed. So the south is the direction of support. And we are going to work with the south to call in all the support that is yours in this lifetime by divine birthright. How are we going to do that? Let me tell you. So this is a ritual. Now, I recommend you screenshot this at some point while I'm on this slide. I'll probably be on it for another minute or two. Screenshot it so you have it as easy reference to refer back to when you're actually doing this ritual. So here's what you're going to do. You are first going to open the sacred space. Now, it's nice if you can be in a place, maybe in your home or outside, where you feel like it's sort of special, right? There's something nice about the energy. Maybe you have an altar at home or some crystals, something like that. But you're going to set this up as a sacred space. It doesn't take much other than intention and maybe just a couple little things to help you remember, like, I'm doing work in the energetic. Like, I am done with this 3D physical dense plane. Like, we're going up. So you're gonna, one of the easiest ways to do this is simply to light a candle, right? When you light the candle, it's sort of like this before and after moment. Okay, the candle's lit, calling light in. And it's really nice if you can orient your heart towards the south while you do this process. So the first thing you're gonna do after you do that is you'll close your eyes and you're gonna drop a grounding cord. You're gonna drop this grounding cord out of your second chakra if you're a woman, and your first chakra if you're a man. So the root is at the base of the tailbone, and the second chakra is in the reproductive area of the ovaries and the uterus if you're a female. So you're going to drop that grounding cord down, just like a really strong trunk cord of light, connecting you into the sacred heart of Mother Earth, right? That beautiful crystal that's at the center of Earth that holds you and grounds you and keeps you safe. And once you get your trunk down there, you're going to just spread it out in the 4 directions, like 4 strong roots: north, south, east, and west. So now that you're really grounded, you're supported by Mother Earth, who always supports us. She always has. She's our primary support. Now you're going to feel safe enough to start to open your heart, and you're just going to feel it energetically just start to open. You might just take your shoulders back, breathe into it, and just really feel it start to open to receive. You don't have to take too long on this, right? But once you feel open, now this is your time to declare into the quantum field, calling in the spirit of the South, the following statement. Spirit of the South, you are so beautiful. Thank you for all the ways that I am already supported. Help me to receive all the support that is mine. I call in my soul family now. I give thanks that this is already mine on the energetic, and I hereby open to receive it in the physical. And so it is. If you like, from here, you can even name the specific support you are requesting. So if you want to take your worksheet and name the positions you're calling in, you're welcome to do that. Or if there's something very specific that you're needing or wanting support on in your life, please feel free to do that. And then finally, it's nice when we ask for something to make an offering in return, energetically. So you may go ahead and sprinkle some cornmeal or place a crystal or maybe some flowers, even a strand of your hair, somewhere in honor of the South and all the work that she's doing for you. And if you wanted, you could even take your worksheet and the positions that are still open, you could make a little sprinkle of tobacco or anything that's just, you know, something that speaks to you. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could put a penny on each spot that's open as an offering. Okay, so just follow your intuition on that. And then finally, you'll want to close. So just really energetically close. Thank everything that's supported you, the earth, spirit of the South. And you'll want to just kind of close up your energy field so that you know you're complete, and then blow out your candle. And you can finish with something like aho, or and so be it, and close, maybe a little bow. So once you've done that, the work is done. It's it. That's all you have to do. So here's what you're going to want to do from this video. Take action now. Here's your weekly inner shaman practice. If you haven't already, download and print your copy of the 12 Pillars of Support. Now, fill it out if you haven't already. Then do the ritual I just outlined at least once this coming week, and even daily if you're called, okay? That's just souping up the power, right? It's just like extrapolating and growing and multiplying the power. And know this, once you've completed the process, you're done. You've surrendered it. You gave it to something much greater than you to work on for you, that's happy to work on it for you. That's what the spirit of the South is here for. She loves to help. So let her do her thing, know it's being worked on, and that there's nothing else you have to do other than simply be open. Surrender all attachment to the outcome and just feel into the next inspired action in every moment. Perhaps you get invited to something you wouldn't normally go to, but something feels like, yeah, that feels inspired, right? That's the energetics speaking to you through your intuition. I think I'm going to take a different route home from work this week. I think I'm going to go to that grocery store instead of that one, not think even. I feel, even if it doesn't make sense to the logical mind, trust the heart, trust the feeling, trust the nudges, and then follow them. And that will lead you everywhere, right to your soul family. Now, if you haven't already, this is where you can download your worksheet at steffiefunk.com/soulfam. And here's the deal. You may do this ritual and you may feel like, okay, I did it and I still feel a little blocked. That's okay. That happens. We have a lot of subconscious patterning and conditioning that has us stuck in behaviors that are unknown to us that keep our soul family out. So if you do this ritual this week, you are going to be super primed for what I have for you, which is next week, a free shamanic healing with me. So in part 4, stay tuned for next week's video, next Tuesday, I am actually going to be doing a shamanic healing with you where I will be clearing anything energetically that's standing in the way of you and your soul tribe. I will help you energetically call in all the support that is meant for you. Why? Because we were put here to help each other. And it's always more powerful together. When we together call in the support that is meant for you, or anything is meant for you, that is multiplying the effect times two equals infinity, right? So that's the power of Soul Fam too, right? If you're watching this video, you are a part of my soul family, and I feel privileged to be able to support you in calling in that which is yours. It's not because your work isn't enough. It's because sometimes there's parts of ourselves that are blind spots that we can't totally see. And it's really helpful to have somebody who loves us, supports us, and cares for us come in and help move any of that subconscious energy out. So we are wide open to receive everything that's meant for us, all the joy, all the abundance, all the freedom, and all the support. So with that, I cannot wait to do that process for you next Tuesday. Join me then. And when you watch it, you'll want to be in a beautiful, safe, quiet space where you can really just let go and receive. So with that, I will see you next week. In the meantime, definitely do this ritual I just outlined, because this is what's going to set you up to really be wide open to receive the support that I have to give you. Till then, I will see you soon. Take care.